Honestly, I never intended to get into journalism. When I started here, the notion was always that I would study history. I'd maybe teach history when I got out. So it wasn't until halfway through my senior year when I'm trying to figure out, holy hell, what do I do with myself, that it occurred to me, you've been working at the Scout since the end of your freshman year, writing for them since 2 weeks after you showed up on campus, and you're kind of good at it. You enjoy it. You have a fun time with it. Maybe you can make a career out of that. That's where the Journal Star came in. I got an internship through them, and the Journal Star fortunately hired me to work for them doing editing and design. I meet with them every Sunday to review the last week's newspaper. I stop in on Wednesday during their production cycle to talk to them about what they have planned. It's not telling them, you should do this, don't do that, that's bad, stay away from that story. It's not that type of thing. Sometimes they'll say, hey, can you take a look at this passage in the editorial that we're writing? Is that too strong? Being a resource for them, not telling them what to do and not do, but helping them do what they want to do in the best way they can from it. And that's kind of a balance between being able to recognize where they're at and how they're feeling and how they're seeing things, and knowing what I might do differently now. I cover politics and government at the Journal Star. State of Illinois, for the first time in a long time, is entering its 5th month without a budget. I decided, I bet they're not going to get one. If they don't get one, I need a way to show my readers how long this is lasting. And in doing that, I thought, people do playoff beards, right? For as long as they're in the playoffs. People do No Shave November to raise money for cancer awareness. What if I stopped shaving? Raise awareness of the budget and dramatize how long it's taking. Well, I stopped shaving. My last shave was the night of May 31st, and I haven't shaved since. And it's fun because it's a set piece. People notice it. They ask. They'll say, hey man, cool beard. Look at this, and they say, oh geez, this beard shows how long people are willing to fight for what we believe in. This is a beard for how long it's taking to bring people together and reach a common agreement so that the state can move forward. And I'm keeping it until they get a budget for the year or the fiscal year runs out. So I could have this thing until June 30. He got into basically a spending scandal. People saw how much he was traveling, how much he was Instagramming, putting on social media, everything else, and started to wonder just how much money he was spending. In fact, I was sitting in his congressional office waiting for an interview with him when he submitted his resignation letter. So I was the only person inside the office, and that kind of put me in a weird situation that I was there, I was tweeting from the inside, really sort of catapulted me into a new direction that I hadn't expected my year would take. I've been interviewed by Anderson Cooper on CNN for a segment, and continue to do interviews with local television about things related to politics and Aaron Schock, and it's all sort of spiraled out of having been in the right place at the right time to be able to talk about that whole situation and how it's evolving.